I moved into my first house in the late 2007 with my son, who was 8 months old, and my partner at the time. It was a 2-bedroom flat. When we had settled in, my partner told me he started seeing things being moved. We had a paint tray in the sink, and he said it started rocking. We was in bed one night, and I wanted a drink, so I got up and went into the living room. As I turned the light on, it went dark, followed by a smash. The light bulb had fallen out, but how I have no idea, because it was in properly, and it had been in there for months. I enjoyed dancing. I did it quite a lot while my son was asleep. It's the only time that I really had to myself. It would just be my partner, and I was practicing in the living room. He left the room, and I carried on. And then I felt someone grab me from behind. They put their hands on my sides. I smiled and spun around thinking it was my partner, but there was no one there. Thinking my partner had grabbed me and ran out, I went into the hall bit where the bedroom and the bathroom was. Being a flat, it's all on one level anyway. But I noticed he was still in the bathroom and my son was still asleep. And the thing is, I never heard a door open or closed. So really, in the back of my mind, I knew it wouldn't have been him. So what was it? I remember one time I was up late watching TV. The other two were fast asleep. To the right of me was my kitchen, and through there was my back room. And you could access the back garden through there. And for some reason I had both doors open, which I don't normally do. Anyway, I was there watching TV and I heard someone or something. I was always worried that someone might break in. Alright, I was paranoid. So I muted the TV and listened for any more sounds. I wondered what it was, so I crept up to the kitchen door. As I listened, I heard something metal fall to the floor. I jumped out of my skin at this point, and I literally legged it to my partner, convinced that someone was breaking in. He got up and went to the back room with a baseball bat in his hand. He turned on the light, and there was nothing there, but he found a spoon on the floor. We used to use a spoon for digging in the garden. And that was on my windowsill. It's been on there for months. So, how did it fall off? Nobody touched it, I know that. It terrified me. We thought it might be a good idea to see if we could contact anyone, see if anybody was in the house with us. And one of the things that I do is I set up candles. And I had 3 at the time. I turned all the lights out and lit all the candles and everything, so they were slowly flickering in the darkness. And I started off. I said, "Is anyone there? If so, could you please make the candles flicker?" The candles started dancing. We wasn't freaked out at this point. As the candles danced, I asked, "Can you stop the candles from flickering?" Like that, as soon as I said it, the candles died down. I know what you're thinking, it could have been breeze, but I put that to the test. I asked, "If you can, don't worry if you can't, but could you please try and make the candles flicker one at a time?" And they did, at one at a time. I'm not lying here. They flickered really, really high as well, and then went really, really low. I've never seen candles do that. They went wild and all of a sudden just stopped. I said, "Thank you so much, I appreciate it, goodbye." So we knew that there was obviously a presence in the house. Another time, I had my brothers and their girlfriends over. So we set up the candles again. We put them on top of the fireplace, so they were quite high up, and we were sat on the other side of the room basically, so none of us could like blow on them or anything like that. And then I asked, is anyone there? The candles started flickering again. I said hi, and then I asked if the person was happy for us to talk to him. The candles flickered again. At this point we thought, if they flicker, that means yes, we're going to take that as a yes. So we believed that he used to live in the flat, obviously before us. We asked if it was a man as well, and the candles went ballistic, so we figured that it was a man as well. I never used to like being in the flat on my own. It freaked me out. And I noticed as well, nobody liked leaving the kitchen door open. They felt like they were being stared at. And I felt it too. It wasn't a nice feeling. It was like somebody else being completely different, being in that room. I asked everybody, whoever came into my house, I said, are you okay to have the kitchen door open? Every answer was the same. No, it feels like someone is standing there, watching you. And it's a man in the shadows. So that's why I always keep my doors shut. And I have tried to not go in there when it was dark. You ever get the feeling where you want to run away, you have goosebumps, and you sense something behind you, and you get the shivers? Well, that's how it felt every time I went into the kitchen. Another time now, I had my little brother, who was 17 at the time. He came over. My son at this point was about 2 years old now. He was in bed fast asleep, and I had to pop to my mum and dad's, so I left my brother looking after the house for 2 minutes. I came back and he was outside. I said, what the hell are you doing outside? His reply was pretty creepy. He said, you ever heard the grudge sound? Well, that's what I've just heard. So I ran out of there. So you basically just left my son inside? Yeah, sorry. I've heard it once before. It is pretty creepy. I have no explanation for it, don't know where it came from or anything like that. Things would go missing a lot too, or being moved. I was always losing things in there. I remember I was at the door once. It was at night time. I heard someone come towards me from the bedrooms to the front door, and they stopped as they reached me. Another time, I wanted to prove that I wasn't actually going mad, so we set up a motion censored camera. Basically, it'll only go off if they sense movement in the room. It was on the laptop, so we left it overnight. In the morning, we checked it. It had recorded twice. We could see a shadow walking past. Then the second one, we could see faces on the wall. About 5 were repeated. About 5 faces, sorry. We repeated this for a week. Every night we picked up more shadows on the laptop. I don't have the laptop because it didn't belong to me. I will be doing videos soon, just to see if I can pick anything up in the new house. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. You can follow me on Google+. I am on there. If you did like it and you did enjoy it, please subscribe and please like and share as much as possible. I appreciate all the support that I'm getting at the minute. I know I've just started out, but it is going great, I think. So yeah, keep tuned in and there will be more videos. Thanks for listening. Bye.